Welcome to طاولة السفرة, dinner table, common grounds. Today, what I want to talk to you again is finding the common ground. More and more, I'm listening to a lot of people on, these are prominent people. These are people that they're heard. They have millions of followers who are not even allowing themselves to step into the center so they can actually negotiate or talk. I heard one of the most beautiful ladies on YouTube. She has her own channel. She used to work for Fox, so you know who I'm talking about. I just don't think that it's appropriate for me to mention her name, especially the fact that she's so much more prominent than me, and I don't want it to say her name, and that way people will think that I just mentioned her so I can get more views or more watch time. That's not the reason why I'm mentioning her as a person, somebody I love and I adore, and I think she's gorgeous, and she has such a great way of talking, and everything about her is somebody I admire. I just, think the world of her. But she was talking about now that either the Oscars or the Emmys or something like that, where they actually have a new category, and the category is for a group like her, who does podcasts, who does shows like talk shows, like the way that Rush Limbaugh used to be. And now there's so many of them because it's not just radio, it's YouTube, and it's a lot of other platforms. And she has her own channel, and she's wonderful. And like I said, has millions of followers, and I love her. So I'm not saying any of this stuff because I just, I listen to as much of her shows as possible whenever I can. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because she was talking about this category that she was nominated for, and they put her name there, or her show's name there. She was told that she needed to talk to someone from Hollywood, someone from the left side, basically, is what she's assuming Hollywood, everybody in Hollywood is, which is a wrong assumption in my mind. And because of that, she thinks that she's going to be appeasing the left side. And for that reason, she felt like, nope, I'm not doing it. I've got to step out of this. So she sent a decline, thank you, but no thanks. I don't want to be part of this. And the one reason that she offered is that she is not going to go talk to someone from the left, which she assumes. She doesn't know that the person she's going to be talking to is a lefty or someone from the left or liberal. And because Hollywood, as many as they have liberals and left side and left leaning and all of that, they do have some, pretty good number of right wings and conservatives. But she assumed that doing this show and having to call or talk to Hollywood, then that means that she's she is actually stepping into the other side, and that's not going to be good for her future. Her side, the conservative, the right side, is going to see that as a weakness, and they're not going to allow her to grow and hold her show as high as she has gone. All of the negative things just by, calling the judges on the other side and in Hollywood to talk to them. I mean, she was supposed to maybe call them to explain to them the details of her show. Maybe, I don't know. But the bottom line is that even that, the fact that just calling and talking with them and telling them what the show is all about and asking them to watch it and maybe, make up their mind after watching a few episodes or submitting some episodes for them to review, all of that, she saw that as a weakness. And she even mentioned Congresswoman Green as, because she agreed with one item that the left advocates, she had to leave her position, and that's, she doesn't want to be in that category. She doesn't want to be in that group of people, and therefore that's a weakness, and she didn't do it. Well, am I the only person in the world that thinks that that's wrong? Am I the only person in the world that think that even if you are conservative, you do have some things in common with the liberals, and vice versa? If you're a liberal, you may have something in common with the conservatives, or are you just are you just sheeps? You're just gonna follow orders wherever the shepherd is moving. You just follow. There's something wrong with that equation in my mind. I can agree with 99% of one side, and this 1% will make me want to agree with the other side, which is what Congresswoman Green did. She agrees with the MAGA movement. I guess that's a different way of now referring to the far right side. And she ran on it, and the president helped her with that, all of this. But because she thought that these women who are sitting in the Epstein crime ring, who want their day in court, deserve that day in court, and the fact that things are not moving needs an enforcement, after she met with them and heard their stories, and now she's saying that these files need to be released. Just because she said that, the wave against her came so hard that she is outcasted. She is not only quitting her job, but quitting the future of the job. She was one of the people who had left she had made the right side of the Congress way more and stable, because she's, again, one of the, red side. And because of what she said that one time, that made her an enemy, because she liked something that the other side does. And I'm sure that scares a lot of people. I'm sure that scares a lot of people in her position, that if I say one day that let's assume that I'm just going to say this for example, not me, but let's just assume that if I say to someone, oh, you want to have an abortion, go right ahead, and I consider myself a very far right person, then that's going to be the end of my life as a public figure. That's not right. And the same goes the opposite. There are a lot of Democrats and liberals who don't feel like the right thing to do is the abortion. They feel like there's got to be another option, adoption, or a lot of different options. Let's not consider abortion. And a lot of them, I know a lot of Democrats are very, they go to church, they believe in Christ, and they believe in the conservative values, they believe in the family, they believe that they shouldn't have abortion, all of that stuff. But if there's one thing that they feel like the conservatives do, is maybe they're overwhelming, they are very forceful in their belief, and it's my way or the highway. You gotta do. They're discriminating. They don't like gays. They don't like blacks. They don't like minorities. That's how they feel about it. We know very well. I know very well that both of these things are wrong. We all know people from both sides that believe in the other side. They believe in some issues that on the other side have claimed, but we have made it into my team and your team, and that's okay in sports, but that's not okay in real life and in politics. Politics is compromise is the name of the game, but we don't compromise anymore. The fact that she just said, and I'm talking about Congresswoman Green, she just said that those women deserve their day in court. That got her out of a job, the whole future is different now. What is going on? This is the country where people did not hold a grudge. This is the country where people gave second chances and third chances and fourth chances. What happened? Why are we there? Why can't we just step out and say, you know what? Let's all forget about everything that we're doing. Everything starts today, where we talk with each other, we love one another, we care about one another, and we do. Everybody wants America to be great, again or not again, again and again. But it doesn't have to be just one-sided. I'm sure there's so many different ways of fixing this country if we just talk with each other. It seems like to me that if I'm a conservative and I see someone who's a Democrat saying something, I in my head immediately discredit that person. I don't want to hear it from them. They're a Democrat. Even if they're saying something I agree with, even if it's something that the Republicans agree with 10 years ago. We know that these things shift. The Republicans, their beliefs shift to the other side and the other side and the other side. And nobody is fixing anything, where right now our president is fixing a lot of things, but he's fixing it on the way that he wants to be fixed. And the other side is feeling I'm just screaming and yelling and nobody's listening to me. Well, what we need to hear ourselves say is there is always a tomorrow. There is always a tomorrow. Once we take it a step further, then the other side is going to win someday. The Republicans are not going to be in power all the time, and neither are the Democrats. There's going to be something that's going to give and take and give and take, and that's why the center and the Democrats are the ones that are going, the Republicans and Democrats, the center of both the Republican and Democrat is going to be where we need to have the most of the people. One of the things that I remember when I first came to the US, they used to say that there's X amount of people on the right, X amount of people on the left, and the people who decide the elections are the ones in the center. And that's why a president or anybody who's running for office, they need to appease or attract the ones in the center. They already know the percentage of the Republican, they already know the percentage of the Democrat, and they need to talk to the ones in the center. Even though I disagree with that, I don't think that that's a good formula, because if I'm a good president and I want to serve my country, then I should sell myself to the whole country, not just to my side and the ones in the center, whatever percentage I need to get from them. But the problem is those people, that doesn't happen anymore. And that's wrong. This is America, people. This is America. In America, we don't do it that way. In America, people vote for whoever sells the best story about the future, where they want to take us. We follow the leader who wants to be our leader in providing better life for us. I've worked, everybody says that our president has a very bad value system. He doesn't have good family life. Like he doesn't value the family as much as a lot of different people. We should find a president that is not, it has better family values. Let's just say that. Well, that's true, we should, but this is the president we voted for. And obviously, not only that the majority of the people felt like he's a good president and he's going to be doing a good job, but let's give him a chance to do the job that he wants to do. Let's not just stand there and start throwing rocks at him. Let's give him a chance. He's only been in power, a year? And we didn't give him even a day. We didn't give him any chance. We started throwing things at him. The problem is he's doing it because the other side did it. And the other side did it. And then the other side did it. We got to come up with a way where we become mature Americans. Mature Americans look at the things from the perspective of what's best for the country, and not only because I like this person and don't like him. So many people say that he's a sleaze, he's this, he doesn't have a good personality, he's a narcissist, he's this and that. Okay, how many people did you work for who are the owners or the CEOs of a company that are all of the above? But if they ran the company good and moved it to the right place, then me and my family are provided better life. And that's what I need from the country. That's what I need from my company. If he does a bad job presenting himself, then the next election, he's not going to win. I don't have to go and carry the flag and move everywhere and say, he's a bad president, let's not vote for him. The people are not going to vote for him because their life is not better 4 years earlier, 4 years later, that kind of thing. But we cannot just keep throwing rocks and expect, with all of that, he's dunking, he's going from here to here to here, and then we expect him to do a good job. We are the ones responsible for allowing him to do a good job or not, just like we do with any other president. We are a divided country now. That's not how America is. America is a country that is united. We believe in the value of what America is. We have kids today, and I'm talking kids because I'm old, but I'm talking about kids that are as old as 30. They don't have the appreciation of this country. And I say to them, go anywhere else you want to go. Where you're changing the fabric of this country to the point where there isn't any place to go. I grew up in Iraq, and my family saw a better life for us to come here to the United States. And because they did that, we came here, we live a better life. But if I look at the country right now and I see how divided it is and how easily people have a very bad temper and we're just all like my way or the highway. If you're on the right, then you're the enemy of the left and vice versa. Then I want to go somewhere else. But there isn't anywhere else. You are making it as worse and as bad as the countries we all immigrated from. You, the people that are in the media, the people who are dividing this country. And it started with the people in the media and everybody else. It's like, if I'm a Republican, then it is sacred religion for me to watch Fox News or vice versa. Or, I mean, if I'm a Republican, I'm not going to watch CNN. And if I'm Democrat, I'm not going to watch Fox. That's awful. That is just completely not American. And we should change that. We should look at ourselves, examine ourselves, and think about us tomorrow, the day after, the day after. Just because we won an election doesn't mean we're going to keep this election. Let's not just say, okay, we won this election. Let's take as much as possible, because tomorrow when we lose, we at least have enough to live off of until 4 years later when we get the election again, when we win the election again. Instead, let's say, okay, well, now we got a lot of this stuff done. We bettered the country. Let's now work with the other side and make it even better and make it even better. That's how we should think of it. The common ground, compromise, should be still the way we live our life and the way we run this country. We run this country and we elect our leaders. And that's how we should do it. We should find the people that will do this and move our country forward. And thank you very much, and welcome to Tawlet al-Sufra.